Hey everybody, I'm Jesse Batend, and this is We Still Like You, the show where strangers willingly tell us about their biggest mistakes.
Okay, so this is a nightmare I may not be ready to live through.
I started getting crushes on boys.
Real embarrassed about this.
My mouth gets the best of me pretty much all the time.
Okay, I'm just like, all right.
There we go.
Hey, look at that, you made it through the intro. Today, we have two stories of people trying to fix a problem. Later on in the show, Jeff Arcuri's quest to fix his back takes him into a world of very alternative medicine. But first, when something breaks, sometimes it's not obvious what went wrong. We hope it's just a matter of reconnecting one loose wire or just giving it a good whack. But maybe it's not one thing. Maybe the breakdown has been happening all along. When you can't pinpoint the problem, how do you fix it? In this story, Mike tries to fix his relationship, the only way he knows how.
All right, you guys, we've got our first performer coming up to the stage. He's one of our favorites. This guy's leaving us fairly soon.
God damn it.
It makes
They're
me very
all
sad.
leaving us.
He's been one of my favorites as long as I've been in Chicago, and he is just nonstop fun to watch. You guys put your hands together for Mike Bobrinskoy, everybody.
Give it up for Dan and Danny, everybody. Oh my God. I'm going to tell you guys about a breakup. And I don't look great in it. So a few years ago, I was dating this girl for 2 years, and we moved in together as like a step towards marriage or whatever. And turns out we were very good boyfriend, girlfriend, pretty bad roommates. She was super messy, like mountains of clothes, like on the ground, everywhere. And I, on the opposite side of that, did not care for it. Not very understanding or forgiving. And so she realized that because I was verbal about it a little bit, maybe not super nice. So then we broke up, and there's also she also was worried that I was going to propose, and then we'd have to move to LA because I kind of wanted to move to LA, and she did not want to move to LA because she's afraid of earthquakes, and it's true. So she breaks up with me, and one night a few weeks later, I wrote her a letter at 2 a.m. after a few cocktails, and pen to paper, wrote it out, folded it up, put it in the envelope, and then realized I did not know her new address. So typed it out on email, and it's not like mean, but it's the most embarrassing come back to me please letter. It's just embarrassing of all time. So I don't want to read it to you, but I am going to. Oh God. Also, it's important for you to know that when I feel vulnerable, I use jokes as a defense mechanism. All right, so we are going to call her Kiwi because her name is Kiwi. And it begins, "Hey Kiwi, how's it going? Cool. This is Mike, by the way." In email. "It's weird how in letters you sign your name at the end. Oh my God. I wonder if people ever read whole letters top to bottom without knowing who it's from, and then they get to the end and are like, oh, that was Rob." What? I'm doing bits at this fucking... Anyway. I'm going to start off by telling you that you're great. You are warm, sweet, smart, funny, beautiful, sexy, and fun. I regret that I didn't make you feel like that every day. Oh. You are the best, and as such, you deserve the best. I want to apologize again for the way I acted before the breakup. If we ever got back together, I wouldn't look at this time apart as a negative, but as a positive. It'd be the time I woke up and got my shit together. In these past few weeks, I accomplished many goals. Gross. So gross. For the first time, I was drunk, by the way. For the first time ever, I was able to, perform at Zany's Comedy Bar and Laugh Factory and did really well at all of them. Sup. Now, granted, that was tongue-in-cheek, all right? I'm not a psycho. That was a joke. But Jesus, still. I got a great job. Now, that became true about a month later, but as of the time that I wrote this was a lie. I haven't smoked. That was a lie. Started working out 4 times a week. A lie. Got my sleeping problems under control. That was a lie. Started seeing a therapist. That was a lie. And started tutoring a super cool kid named Jose. That was true. 1 out of 6. Not bad. Come on. Still a good person. Whew. I only wish that I could have enjoyed all of those things with you. Nobody is perfect, but I really do think we are perfect for each other. I've met many girls over the course of my life, and only one did I text my friends, I'm gonna marry this girl on the first date. I also never texted them, she might have red hair, it's dark in this bar, I can't tell, but that's besides the point. Also, I should say, I'm not a fan of dating other redheads because you are all racist and think that we're siblings. So, if we got back together, it would be better than it ever was. I seriously don't think we've come close to our best yet. Parentheses, nuts, right? Jesus Christ. I miss being with you. I miss your laugh and your smile. I want to lie in the grass and on hammocks with you again. I want to walk around conservatories with you. I want to go to the beach with you and watch you get shit on by a seagull. Now, that happened once, and super funny, but don't know why it's in here. I want to play every board game with you. It's a lie, but she loves board games. And sacrifice my pride and go to Cinderella, Frozen, and musicals with you. Parentheses, wow, great boyfriend. I am kind of joking, know that. I'm somewhat aware of what's going on. I want to watch celebrities rub their phlegm on you. Now, hold on. We once met George Lucas, and he shook my hand and then went, and then shook her hand immediately. Whew. Why did I put it in there? We don't know. I also want to have new adventures with you. I want to take you on the Navy Pier Ferris wheel. She loved Ferris wheels. While we watch fireworks. I want to call that an adventure and get away with it. I want to suck at tennis, get a cute little pup, and watch the next season of Sherlock with you. Oh, Jesus. Watched it alone, by the way. I want to visit Harry Potter World in the actual world with you. Parentheses, Japan, Paris. Ugh. I want to joke around with you, kiss you, hug you, and do that thing. And do that thing to you that you like. Not massages, the other thing. I also want to massage you. This is the most embarrassing thing in the world. I want to do all those amazing things, but I also want to drive you to the DMV at 7 a.m. on a Saturday. I want to lose to you and ticket to ride because you're a goddamn cheat. We said no blocking. Then I want to fight and make up and get cock-blocked in the bathroom by a Metro employee with you. True story. True story. I want to listen to you tell me all the most horrifying news stories you heard that day, all at the same time. She did that. I want to make terrible chicken marsala with you. I want to get high with you and listen to you ask me 50 times if you are repeating yourself. I even want to go to weird potlucks and play Cards Against Humanity with banker nerds with you. We did that. Because at the end of the day, you are worth it, and the juice is worth the squeeze. That is a line from the movie Girl Next Door. I stole it! I stole it! Kill me, please. Together, we make the unenjoyable enjoyable, the boring exciting, and the sad happy. I truly believe that what we have is worth investing in. It's a pretty good line, right? Got it from a YouTube video called How to Get Your Girlfriend Back. Oh my God. Love Actually, Mike. Yeah. Oh my God. God, and that letter kind of worked. We got back together for 1 week, and then she broke it off again. And that was, it was really fucking hard, the breakup, and also reading that. And it was like the worst time in my life, and I kind of went to music, and this is 100% true. There was one song, God, that really helped me through my breakup. I swear to God. And it went a little something like this. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're the head of gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're the head. This was my lemonade. Just caught it. Let me explain myself. When you're listening to Bob Dylan, like, they might come with a great lyric, but it's followed by like another lyric, and then like your mind is somewhere else. Chumbawamba, or Chumba as I call them, they're like North Korea propaganda. They just like fucking bury the message into your brain. And yeah, sometimes like a good quote can help you, but sometimes you just need someone being like, you're gonna be okay, you're gonna be okay, you're gonna be okay. It takes a whiskey drink, it takes a lager drink, you're gonna be okay. So that's my story, thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh boy, that letter was something.
Ooh, bad. It was bad.
Honestly, there was a few, like, when you were like, we got back together, I was like, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet. I thought like when we moved in together, she would like change, you know, how everybody thinks that's gonna happen. Yeah, I mean, no, literally for the first month we were dating, she wouldn't let me in her room because it was fucking like nutso. Like she
Yeah.
like cutely called it Clothes Mountain. And it was bad. It was really bad. And then, yeah, that came to the new apartment.
Dumped you again because you found out only one of your 6 accomplishments were true?
No, because by the time we got back together, the job happened. So it was 2 out of 6.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to lie about everything else.
He only lied about 4 things, but he got
Only
mad at her for
4
cheating at a board game. No, you're
things.
great. You're great. Sorry.
We still like you. Oh man, no, you're totally right.
Up next, Jeff Arcuri's story has a very surprising happy ending. Hey guys, real quick, I just wanted to mention that our Patreon is up and running, and our very first bonus episode will be out soon. For this first one, we're going to finally release a story that we've wanted to broadcast forever. It's from one of my favorite comedians of all time, Eddie Pepitone, who did our show outside on the side of the road at 4 a.m.
Really, the premise of this show strikes me as a little fucked up. Like, I don't know if anybody else is feeling this, but it's like, Oh, please tell a shame-based event to people you don't really know, and it really is not a win-win. It's a lose-lose. That appeals to me, a lose-lose. So anyway.
If you've enjoyed this show these past 2 years and you want to help us out, consider signing up for a monthly donation and you'll get Eddie's story. All right, back to the show. Welcome back to We Still Like You. Our second story for today comes to you from comedian Jeff Arcuri. At the time, Jeff's back was really hurting, and unlike Mike, Jeff knew exactly how to fix his problem. So he took his back, and the rest of him too, to a massage parlor in Chinatown. I'll let Jeff take it from there. From Chicago, here's Jeff Arcuri.
He is so fucking funny, and I am so glad that we get to have him here one more time before he moves this October. Put your hands together for Jeff Arcuri, everybody.
I know this one, right? Hello. Oh my goodness. This is okay, hello. The most embarrassing story happened to me very recently, and it's been a hard time talking about it, and I'm going to tell you about it right now. 3 weeks ago, I unwittingly paid for a happy ending at a massage parlor. Cool. I'm glad you're on board, because I wasn't. I was walking home. Context. I broke up with a girl about 3 weeks ago before I went to this massage parlor. And then I went to it because I slept on my friend's couch and my back was hurting. And I thought that's all that was going to happen, was that they'd fix it. But I didn't notice all the red flags in front of me. Number one, it was a massage parlor that just opened up. And it was called Massage. In all white letters. That's how I knew they do massages. The second clue that they did massages was 8 stock photos on banners around the building of just people giving people massages. Which is now, that's the biggest clue that they only do hand jobs. They're like, massages only. Like, that's what that is, right? I didn't know that, though. I walked up, I looked at all the pictures, like, what else do they do? Oh, that's pretty much it, huh? Just massages? Okay, great. And then it was open, and I knew it was open because they had a sign on the door, and by sign, I mean a loose leaf piece of paper with the word open written on it. In the center, in pen, not even big. Like, they were like, just throw it on there a little bit. Just a small open sign. Like, in the center of a white piece of paper. Like, if that sign was a person saying open, it would just be like, open. This is all so real. I walked in, and there was an Asian woman sleeping on the couch right when I walked in. So I saw her, and I'm like, this must be the place. I didn't want to wake her up by just being like, hey! So I opened the door again, and then I slammed it shut. And then it didn't work. So I said, hello, and then I did it again. And then she woke up. And she had a very thick Asian accent. I don't know, I'm not going to do it for you, but if you were to picture me doing a very racist accent, that's exactly how it would sound. So do that in your head without my help. I said, hello, and she woke up and said, hello, I'm so sorry. And I said, that's okay. Are you open? And she goes, yes. And then she brought me to through the first curtain. And that was another red flag that I was like, my back hurts. And I was like, I'd like a massage. And she gave me another piece of paper, and it had all the massages listed on it, which were pretty basic. It was 30, 60 in terms of minutes, Swedish, and regular. And then there was one in smaller font, like they were getting away from with some shit. In smaller font said, forehand massage. And then, yeah, I surmised that's 2 people, and that was the first time that I was like, okay. This place might not be. All right, well, let's just keep going. And I was like, let's just do an hour-long back massage. And I said, and it's my back. I kept pointing to my back. I'm like, my back hurts really bad. And she goes, okay, that's great. And then she went with hand sanitizer and was like, I'll see you in a minute. And I was like, oh, it's you, the sleepy lady? Okay, great. The lady that's kind of like tired and maybe overworked? Awesome. Yeah. Let's put everything you have into my back for an hour. That's why I was upset. And then I go into the room and I put a towel. I get completely undressed except for my underwear. Because I don't know. And I put a towel over my butt. And I swear to God, she walks in and she's playing music off of her phone. And it's like Asian pop. It's not even like music, like just like normal like massage music. It was like Asian pop, which sounds like American pop, except for the bass drop. Like it'd be like and you're like, okay, this is different a little bit, but for the most part, it's the same thing. So I'm laying there, she's playing it, and then she just, first thing she does, she jumps on my back facing my legs. If you can picture that, picture me laying down with my face down. She jumps the upper part of my back facing the other way, cradled over me, and she rips the towel off of my butt to reveal my underwear, which were boxer briefs. And she giggles and then turns my boxer briefs into a thong, as funny as she could. Just, wah! Ha-ha! And then, it gets worse. Then she played the bongos on my butt twice. Bop, bop, bop. So I knew it was going down, A little bit, but not really. I was just like, this chick's into me. So she gave me a massage. She kept going. Every now and then she'd touch my balls or penis. And I was like... That's the only way I can show it to you guys, is what I was doing with my face, like... I was like, stop it, but don't, And then she's like, turn over. And then I did, and with the thong situation going on. And then she kept massaging me, and then she touched my penis over the underwear. And she goes, may I? And at this point, I didn't think it was a place that does this yet. At this point, I was still caught up in my own arrogance that I was like, yeah, go for it if you want to, Like, part of me thought it was for her. Like, yeah, it's circumcised, it's nice. Go for it, play with it, girl. I don't care. I'll tell you where it is. And then she did it. And at the end of it, she goes, 40? With a question mark? And here's the thing. My penis still in her hand. Leverage. Or whatever. She goes, 40? And I didn't even think it was a dollar amount still. I did not think that it was, I just still thought it was for her. So I thought she was like guessing my age based on my penis. Like the rungs in a tree. Just like, what is it, like a 40-year-old dick right here? Think I go on? And I was like, 30 actually. And she goes, no, $40. And then I talked her down to $30. I did. She goes, I'm like, 30 on the, she goes, okay, well, cash. And I go, I don't have cash. So then she had to ring my credit card up for another $30. And then she gave me the receipt and it said $35. And I'm like, I see what you did. But if you guys want to know where that place is, I'll tell you for sure. And normally there's not a happy ending to a happy ending story most of the time, but I feel like I learned my lesson and now I only go back there like once a week, so it's fine. That's it for me, guys. Thank you so much. This was like 2 p.m. Like it was Yeah, no, like Quiznos was busy. Like it was lunchtime, and I went in there. That's why she was sleeping, I think.
Like-
She was out. and I
Broad
walked in.
daylight.
Oh, that was the worst part, was leaving. And like, you know when you leave the movies in the middle of the day and you're like, oh, it's still daylight. That's crazy. When you do that after a hand job, you're like, fuck, it's still daylight. That's crazy. I was so embarrassed by that part
Yeah,
of it.
completely sober.
It was stupid. Yeah, I was so sober. She did kiss my nipples and call me handsome. She did. She went, handsome. I did the accent at the end. I'm sorry, just now. And I really felt good about myself. I was like, she doesn't kiss everyone's nipples. She might jerk off random guys, but she doesn't kiss everyone's nipples and call handsome.
Yeah.
How was your back afterwards?
Honestly, the massage was the least I remember from that situation. When I left, I found out that it was 42 minutes. I looked at my phone when I left, and I was like, you didn't even give me the full hour. That was what I was most upset about. My back still hurts, but it felt so naughty. I've jerked off to that experience twice since it happened, so I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I'm really into it.
And that does it for this episode of We Still Like You. If you have a story you want to tell at a We Still Like You show, shoot us an email at westilllikeyou@gmail.com and we'll get in touch about how to do the show. As always, don't forget to tell your friends about us, or else how will they become our friends? And if you want to hear Eddie Pepitone's Patreon bonus story, hop on over to Patreon and sign up. $5 a month will get you access to all the bonus stories. And until next time, thank you for listening.
We Still Like You is produced by Danny Gallegos, Dan Sheehan, Tyler Snodgrass, and J. Michael Osborne, who is also our resident live artist.
The podcast is produced by Jesse Patend, engineered by Jesse Patend and Sam Haas. Our theme song is Specific People by Jake Tobin. Big thanks to all the people who've housed our live shows at various undisclosed locations around Chicago, and to you, the listener, for being there.
If you'd like to know more about where you can watch We Still Like You or submit to be on We Still Like You, please check out our website, which is westilllikeyou.com, and also you can find us on Facebook.
We'll see you next month.